Nana Afua Adusei is also known as Shecanic. She's a Ghanaian auto mechanic.
The first person you mentioned, we don't know her.
That's why I said also known as.
I'm just saying that the first name you mentioned, we don't know that person.
We know.
also thriving and doing her thing in the Ghanaian auto space, right? So my first question to you, Afua, will be how it's going for you, because this auto space is seen largely as a male-dominated area, right? So how have you been holding up in this space?
You know, I would admit it's been wonderful. So the men in particular are very considerate and they allow us to thrive, giving us the platform. So it's one thing just saying, hey, I'm an auto mechanic, I want to prove to you, but also allowing the men to
What an intro.
Not sure whether you
What
want
an
to
intro. No one had to land.
It's the truth. It
What
really,
an intro.
it's
You guys are welcome.
No capping. It is the truth. So this has been going on because, number one, I have a solid team of a lot of men actually, and also a lot of my customers are men and they've been very supportive. So
Wonderful.
Wow.
That's really interesting.
Wonderful.
Very
If I had a
interesting,
car, I would bring it.
Please bring it.
I'll bring it.
because you think that it'll be very competitive for you as well, but it's just nice to hear that you're saying that they've been
have there been any I'm just wanted to find out if there have been any instances through this journey till now that convinces you that the men have been very supportive.
Oh, a lot. Where do I even start from? People would just tell me, Nana, I'd rather bring it to you because I like the way you would explain certain things to me. I like the way you would, go beyond and ask, how is your car doing? Most times I even ask, how is your car before I even ask, how are you doing?
Yeah.
So they like that. It's I go beyond just give me your money to how is the car doing? The car I recommended, was it good enough? Are you able to sustain it properly? So these are some of the instances where they just allow me to be their go-to mechanic.
I mean,
probably
yesterday,
also, unlike some men,
Lenny,
some mechanics that we hear that they rip their customers off the increased prices where they don't have
this
to,
is where we are shaking the narrative to the max, and I'm glad you guys play that music. We are shaking that narrative because that has to change. It really has to change. Now, back in the day where school dropouts would get into this venture, now the cars are less of it being mechanical to it being electrical, with a lot of electronics. So just take your brain, use your machines. You don't need much. That's why every woman or any woman can get into this craft.
How much of this have you learned? Like, how knowledgeable have you become in this
We've been at
business
this for 10 years and more.
Wow.
Actually,
So
12.
very, very knowledgeable.
So what being?
So it comes with a lot of, I think it's just me being passionate about wanting to change the narrative. That is what you all can feel. That's the energy you all can feel. But even though I've been in this for a long time, I'm still open to learning because every time there are new cars coming out and a lot of technology are coming out now. So I'm open to learning. I always do visit a lot of car shows and conferences just to increase my knowledge base. So knowing your craft is very important, really.
Starting from passion to what it is now, would you say that any male figure in your life also helped you fall in love with cars so much? Because, like it or not, we will always assume that men love, cars, especially when they are growing up. For us women, they'll say that the doll is what it is for us, or you get your small cooking set, right? But for you as well, how has it been?
No, so she kind of didn't start out as someone who loves cars. I was the beauty pageant kind of girl.
Okay.
I was the baby doll, Barbie and all that. But I got into this space because I realized that there was a gap. There was a problem. Why should people be asked to go into technical field just because they didn't get A in a certain exam? So it came about as me wanting to solve a problem. Now, beyond solving the problem, you don't just talk, you become it, so that the people in that space can easily relate. And you, Lenny, and everybody else can say, oh, okay, so if she's been able to do it and it looks this easy, I can do it too. So I didn't start out as before 10 years ago, the favorite car was like a Toyota Corolla. Oh, when I see that car, I'm you. Like, oh my God, I love that car. Now it's an Audi RS5.
I don't know.
Nah, you know your
With
cars.
an MTN tune.
You know your
That
cars.
is what.
You know your
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh, dope.
What's
Right.
the wildest car you've driven that you say this is a beast?
Or work done. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I sat in. It was a Shelby. It was a Ford Mustang Shelby.
GT.
And again, I don't know
Yeah,
what that is.
with a supercharger. I mean, it was Mr. Chris Kusi just drifted in. I'm like, oh wow, wow! It felt like a roller coaster, you know. So yeah, it's a Ford Shelby. I think the Mustang, the cars, they do something special with it. Really, it was a Shelby.
It was a Shelby. I'll check on what that car is. I don't
Yeah.
even think I've seen it before, but
Oh,
Do
you
the
ha-
type of cars in your space, maybe not just you, but do the type of cars in any way influence the passion for the job on the point? You know, because you have a Shelby GT, by table, then you have a Kia Picanto on the other
Right,
side. To
right.
any extent, does that influence again in your field, not just you?
Well, it's good to know your cars because I think it's a conversation starter. But what's really influenced is the individuals. I mean, my Kia Picanto in my mind is my Rolls Royce. So if you
Exactly.
can get into the individual's mind and let him know that you value his car as
Okay.
much as you'd value the gentleman that walked in with the Panamera S, he feels okay. So regardless of whatever I'm bringing in, they'll give me the same level of service. So it's really about the person.
I beg to
And I know why-
One person is delusional and one person is.
That's why I wanted to make it like holistic.
Let me help you. Let me help you out. When
Tell
you see a mechanic, you drive into a mechanic's yard and it's paved, be afraid. Be afraid of and they use those tents, you know, the
canopy, the cargo-
canopy, those
Because
ones,
they're
and
protecting
it's
your
green.
cars.
If it's green in color,
And
don't
it's blue.
go there.
That one is okay.
But if you enter mechanic's yard and you see ground, soil, and oil, and you see Opel Cadet, old one
That is
broken
rotting
down,
in the corner,
then you know
full
that
of
you are in the
spare
right
parts.
the
place.
two teeth are falling
Now-
off.
Then you know you're in the
Now,
right place.
Jay.
But yes,
In your garage,
Yes.
see how you keep your cars right.
I
Why
get
would
it.
you want to take your car to a place where they'll eat in your car and do all sorts in your car and rather not go to just add a little bit of it's the value.
but now
really.
mechanics are charging for the look and feel of their sites than even the cost of the car, the
Yeah.
parts. But I want to understand the competitiveness that is in your space, and I'm bringing this up because example. Okay, in the past couple of years, we've seen barbers have elevated the craft, and now it's a mastered art. It's like it's so
Yeah.
competitive now.
Yeah.
What about the space of the mechanics? Do we have such competition ongoing? And has it over the years? Would you say it's the service, the look and feel, the brand
The
of
branding.
mechanic, the brand of being a mechanic has elevated in any way, or we are still at FITA?
So we do have these two extremes going on. But yes, just like every field, there is some level of competition. It's about you finding your niche. So yes, you could go to Musa, who will charge you about 200 Cs to do ABC, but you'd also want to consider coming to Shecanic because even if she's going to charge you 1,000 cities, you will know that she's using the right parts. You trust that it will go longer than Musa that you have to visit every month because of that 200 cities. So there is competition, but you should find your niche. You should really.
Where do you find yourself in an
Ooh.
affluent space? The masses. What brand have you built around yourself?
Ooh, the affluent. So the affluent and also making the masses feel that you can also get there to aspire to. You know,
So I can bring my
all-
Rolls Royce and my Picanto.
Oh yes,
Oh, the
absolutely.
Picanto people they
She said
suffer
Absolutely.
this morning
No,
at Johannesburg.
Picanto, Vit, the Rolls Royce to gain.
Yes, yes, you can.
Me are the walk to me a day.
Yes.
So you see,
Alex
now
Innis.
Jason in the future he will get his Cullinan and he will bring
God.
it to me
Oh God.
because when he bought his Vit, I welcomed him well.
yes.
So he'd always remember that. Oh, let me
Right.
just
Oh,
take it.
God.
So that is a trick.
Oh God, the Cullinan. Interior.
Okay.
I wanted to ask about patronage and if there's a clear distinction about the gender which patronizes your services. Like, for example, if I wanted to braid my hair and it was a guy, I would suspect small.
Small.
Yeah, it's
No,
small.
but you
No,
see,
it was
the
a
thing
girl.
is,
No,
guys
I wanted to braid
also-
my hair.
Oh, you went
and
to braid and was
and
a
I went
guy.
to-
Okay,
no,
okay,
there was
okay,
But you
okay,
see,
okay,
Cyril,
okay.
the
No,
guys,
so-
some of the guys who have gotten into beauty, they are exceptional.
I think he's talking perception,
Ooh, and
right?
then
Yeah, no,
I'll
so
wash your
yes,
hair.
I'm
yes,
just
Oh
saying
my
they are
God.
exceptional.
The two of you we here. So I just wanted to find out if there's more guys coming to patronize your service than ladies, or because the conception or the misconception is that guys mechanic cars, manly things. So if a lady wants to bring a car, do you get enough ladies coming in with their cars?
We do get a lot. Now, recently, what we decided to do is make room for other good mechanics. So now when you call me, I have identified certain people that I want to give them the Shecanic license service center.
Approval.
So you're more like
it's
an
not
agency.
Yeah, so because
Right.
Shecanic should be beyond me, it shouldn't be just me. So like everybody that I know and I trust that you do just as much as I work the same excellent service, then I push them. So yes, we get a lot of ladies. Recently there's a lady that called, actually yesterday, oh Shecanic, my car doesn't start, and I asked how did it start, and she says, oh, about a month ago, but it stopped. It was working, so I didn't think it meant anything. Now it's gone back to it not starting. So we get a lot of ladies calling us, and then we also get the men also calling us. Just 2 days ago, a gentleman called to say he is a car instructor, driving school instructor.
Okay.
Or driving instructor, and then he wants to learn the basics about how to fix cars. So we get all sorts of calls, all sorts of requests from both men and women. That's the beauty of Shecanic, actually.
Oh, it's nice to see that you are spreading your wings to,
Yeah.
Becoming an agency and all of that. So congratulations to you on
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, that's
but
major.
also, are you grooming, more females to be in this field? Because I think that it takes a lot of guts and grit to be able to, be in this
Father's
field.
Day week. You go ahead.
if you check the socials, if you notice, like past 2-3 years, now a lot of women post pictures of them doing something interesting with cars, if you notice. So the movement is catching on. Now it's about encouraging the girls to come out and say, hey, I'm a sprayer and I'm proud. So Shecanic Academy has from barbers to sprayers to welders to detailers. We have them all. So it's about we making them a lot more confident and allowing them to make mistakes. There's something I always say, allow us to make the mistakes. That's the only way we can even get better. So call us, give us that gig. You know the underpass that was done, commissioned last 2 years or last year at Palace.
Yeah.
There are some cowries and an artifact that was by a Shecanic Academy member.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So it goes beyond just
The
Shecanic
repair or the
sitting here,
consultations.
but allowing all the women to shine. So when I get a call, oh Shecanic, do you have a sprayer or a barber? Quickly, I know who to call, but I always give priority to my ladies.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
So when
yeah.
you say a baba, just for clarity.
Barber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
let me say big shouts going out to Andis the barber, who
I saw
also
that happening when
he's been very
Baba
instrumental in encouraging girls to also get into that
Brilliant.
space.
Learn.
Yeah, to learn how to
It's
barber.
one thing
Thank
I
you,
want to
Anders.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Clearly.
I want to
You
learn
have to
that.
learn it.
Yes.
You have to
I'll
learn
go
it.
and see Anders.
I
But-
think okay.
Okay, no, Jason.
No, mine is just like so I was reading something where I think men are more inclined to the left side of the brain. I think women are more inclined to the right side. So that's why women are naturally nurturers and caregivers, right? Men love to fix things. And I'm just saying that to say that's why we have more female nurses and more male mechanics. If you see a female mechanic, it doesn't make her incompetent. If you see a male nurse, it doesn't make him incompetent. I think society is getting to the point where saying, you know how to do this, so I'm going to do it.
It's about
So,
competence.
Yes, about
rather.
competence and getting the work right. So for now that I'm working until I get my car, when I get it, I'll
So
bring
it's
it.
interesting how you mentioned the nurturing part. So maybe that explains why I'll go beyond and
Exactly.
call a customer and say, hey, how's your car?
So she has an
I
advantage
didn't
there.
even think about
Yeah.
it. There you go.
I
she has
think
an
that
advantage.
I think that if you had to call me all the time to ask about my car, I mean obviously that's also creating top of mind. If let's say I forget that
Building a
my
relationship.
mechanic
Yeah.
exactly. Whenever anything is happening to or with my car, you're the first person I'll call.
So then we'll be like,
Just let out
Jay, how's your shape?
Just let out my secrets. I hope you guys didn't hear it.
And then we'll be like, Jay, how's your shape? Is the fade good?
Yeah.
How's the hair?
Yeah.
Is it grown?
But if you have an event,
Yes, on
coming up,
Saturday.
yes.
Oh, Daddy
It's
taught me.
right in
That's-
time. For
I like
Father's Day.
it.
You do?
I like the title. Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
Daddy teach you?
My daddy taught me how to cook.
Oh,
Wow.
And yeah, my
You
daddy
see-
taught me how to cook. That was special. I still remember that. So what it tells me is that things that daddy, mummies will teach you a lot, but the things that daddy teach you, it stays. It's there's a part in your soul, your heart that it makes it stay. Two
Actually,
things.
preach
Now,
on. Preach on.
growing up, some things were very punitive. If your child will touch the remote and is being inquisitive, have a remote into her, or going to your car, no, don't touch that. That was punitive. But now we want to change the narrative, encourage them. That is how STEM practices and STEM starts. That is how we make TVETs easy and fun. It's not about coming up with conferences and professors setting out policies about TVETs. This is the fundamental. Daddy taught me. Imagine, and a grown up, I don't know how to change my tie. But because you attended this workshop, in 5 years' time, Daddy taught me how to jumpstart my battery. It's some bragging rights. You know, before you even go to the driving school, Daddy has imparted the right things. Oh boy, the things I learned at the driving school, if I'm to follow it, but now I'm 6 feet under. But if knowing that Daddy taught me the right way, how to change my tie, even these are survival skills. It's gone beyond just fitasm. These are real survival skills, and that is what we want to impact.
Let
on
me
Saturday.
use this opportunity to shout out one man who's one mechanic who's championed something like this. When Daddy taught me is Mr. Percy Ewuku. His shop is down the stretch from Papaya down to Osublu Gate. He's involved his kids, if not all of them, for the ones I can identify, all in his shop. So you go there, the kids they are all involved in it.
Wow.
They are on the right. You see
Before the seafood place.
before the seafood place. Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
Porsche Cayenne on the
Yeah, there's a
gutter.
Porsche Cayenne parked on there. Yeah,
Oh,
Percy.
brilliant.
So shout out to Percy. He's involved all his kids. They are in there. Like, it's just beautiful to see them so involved.
Can we have him on Saturday?
Well, I mean,
love his story.
I can
Yeah.
share
I love
the
his
contact and
story,
call him.
yes.
He's my mech as well. So hey, that's a great
I love
job.
this.
And yeah, he's very, 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 very professional. Extremely professional. And then I like the fact that he's involved his kids in there.
That's
So
really nice.
they're always in there. If you go to the shop, the kids they're all in their working years.
I'm
And-
sure there's a lot I can learn from.
Oh
Mr.
yeah.
Percy,
He's
and I
a
look forward
real.
to
He's
it.
been in the business for a very long time.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
some
Gems
man-
out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
there you
gems
go.
out there. Yeah.
There you
So
go.
shouts
Not all
out
of
to.
not all
No,
mechanics
no, no.
want extra 300 cedis for the ball joint.
I know, right? I know. And they are so professional with the work they do. You know, and
Wonderful.
trying to clear that myth, or not the myth, sorry, the perception that if not perception, you people
It's
know
what
have
it
created
is,
this.
yeah.
That you know, some mechanics will treat you small and they'll put some parts because you can't see it. You know, this man will take photos and include my mech as well. Oh, let me just shout him out. Kofi,
Hey.
Kofi's a Kia expert. I mean, he
So
takes
we-
off.
Get Kazu,
Yeah.
Charge you for ball and they'll charge you for
cars.
joints.
Yeah, cars
Without we've
plenty.
been walking.
Yeah, I mean, these are the change cars. Yes. I change one cars every day. One cars.
Yeah.
So shouts to Kofi. Kofi is up on the Spintex Road as well.
thank you,
dope guys.
Kofi.
You know, they make life easy for you. You call them, they pick up your vehicle. They give you detailed breakdown what's wrong with your vehicle, and they fix
That's
it for
exactly
you.
the kind
Yeah,
of
and
people
he's a
that
change
we love.
guy. He's a change guy. Like, I'll change it for. I won't give you. I'll change it for you. You know.
But
we
do
have to
these,
change the
What's the
narrative.
name of your mechanic?
Ganyo.
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 Efo Ganyo. That's the name,
My,
right?
my car doesn't break down.
Oh, you
Nah, bro.
We are-
Like, I want you something for guy inside.
No, like,
Nah. Sorry. I'm going outside.
no, like
We outside.
Let me let the car short. I can't break it down all the
no,
time.
I just enjoy how you guys, have built these relationships. Like, I envy it. I wish
You had the same with your mechanic.
but,
No, it's you know which
but
one.
unfortunately,
You don't have it. It's fine.
Mercedes policy.
Efwa.
Don't break down.
Efwa, please.
John, are we
Beyond
okay?
the
Yeah. Let me everything go.
No, me, my car they break down. Constantly.
He left the
Like,
child.
there can't be Lego, eh?
Yes.
If you Lego,
They break down, seriously. Efwa, beyond the fact that you shared whatever dads teach you, stays for a long time. What was that decision as well to come up with Daddy Taught Me?
Well, so Daddy taught me is not the person, it's a character and a figure.
Okay.
So it could be granddad, it could be uncle, it could be a foster dad.
Okay.
Now, the reason we decided to do this was 2 years ago in our first edition. It was for women, but we had men also attending. We had a 47-year-old man, a dad, attending. I realized, no, this goes beyond just women needing to learn. We should spread it to men. Someone would think Shecanic, but your brand is supposed to be for women. But no, it is to change the narrative. Even if it means we are getting the dads involved to train the girls, young girls, and then the young boys. So yes, that's how it started. The kind of calls we get and the requests we get inspired us to put this together. So the team again, the Shecanic team again has been fantastic. It doesn't rest on Nana Afua alone. They've been fantastic with coming up with ideas how to solve problems.
Okay, so this happens every June.
This is the first. For daddies, it's the first because we realize that we don't celebrate our fathers enough. And we need to change that. So it is the first, and we will make it an annual event. Daddy Taught Me should be an annual thing.
I hope you don't do.
I like that.
I hope you do. Mommy, change the tie yourself.
Yeah.
No, so mommy can come with daddy to come and learn how
I'm
to
saying
change
Mother's
the
Day
tire,
we do.
right?
Mommy can change the tie herself.
Yes, after mommy goes to learn.
That's what me. Yeah, you're right. So some mothers have taken up this daddy position very well, gracefully. So it's open to mothers who have played the father figure in their children's lives as well. So it's not just for
Mbema. Yeah.
But we
They
take
may not
it.
want
We
to
take
hear
it.
it,
Clean
but
up.
Yes.
They may not want to hear
So
it,
this
but
is
yeah.
exclusive for the men because we need to give the men their flowers now that they are alive. That's what I think.
I'm
Clear the
interested in knowing what the relationship with your dad is.
Oh, I'm a daddy's girl. I am a daddy. I mean, he taught me everything I know, from cooking to and everything I don't know. Men can bottle up a lot of things too. So in the silence, I learned a lot of things. What he always say is, "Good name is better than riches." It's always something I go. It's my mantra that I'd rather want to make an impact. Doesn't matter what it will cost you. Doesn't matter what you are getting, but make an impact so that when years to come, that will resonate. Shecanic started something like this, and because of Shecanic, I can change my tie.
Hey, want to mean
It's so empowering. It's so empowering. So yes, my father in many ways influenced who I've become and what I have become.
Now I'm going to touch on something that makes a lot of people quite emotional, right? Because you said that you have a good relationship with your dad. We also have absent dads, right? And I would just want to applaud Jay and Cyril. They are really present.
Lenny, we want money. Applause.
I mean, just giving you your flowers. They are really present in the lives of their children, right? And I think that's a really good thing,
that's
right?
wonderful.
But there's a thing as absent fathers. Okay, and it gets people really, really emotional. It's something that they almost don't, want to talk about, right? So with your experience with your dad, what would you say to these men out there who don't even want to play any part in the lives of their children? Also because you said that your dad has really impacted your life.
I don't think it's intentional that they don't want to play a part in their... It's not intentional.
Are you free tomorrow morning?
Mostly, if I'm allowed to say
people.
this, if I'm allowed to say, for some people,
Yeah.
if I'm allowed to say this, and I'm sorry to the women, sometimes this comes from bitter women who just, instead of dealing with the issue, they try to get their children involved.
Right.
So no man would want to be absent. No. It's about we the women not giving them the opportunity to be present in their kids' lives. So I'll give you an example. My father used to run...
Again, some.
Yeah. My father ran a bar, Mr. Ree's nightclub. Back then it was very popular. We had...
Jay and Cyril, do you know it?
No, it
And
wasn't
let's listen to the
their
story.
generation. Bola Ray was a DJ there.
Okay.
Back. So it was old timers, and
Which area?
Kokumlimle.
They
Mr.
will
Reese.
know it.
Yeah.
You know it?
He
There you
has
go.
to know it.
So Mr. Reese was, he was all over the place. But in that, I learned to also be. That's why you think, oh, Nana Afua is doing so much, a lot. She's hardworking or she's all over. Those are the things I picked from my dad. So even though he is not always
Typical.
intentional, like how now we have the Gen Zs and the new fathers who are very deliberate and intentional, but in his own way, he would tell you his time he didn't have shoes. He would walk to school, but he made sure that when he built his house, I had a bathroom in my bedroom. His time, it was a shared compound. You all bath outside. So these are little things that fathers do. They might not be expressive, but it's in the acts. If you see your daddy going to pick up your laundry from the dry lines, he might not tell you, Lenny, I love you. But it is in the actions that he does, the little things that he does.
Are you the only girl?
No.
Okay.
There's 3-4 of us.
Okay. 4 girls.
Yes.
Oh. All right.
You see how I had to 3-4 because these are the ones that we know. These are the ones that we know we don't
Street
wait. So
ways.
it's
Those are the ones that we know. I like that.
I like it,
Okay,
yeah.
so Daddy taught me coming on Saturday. Guys, if you want to learn how to do a thing or two, just head right over to airport, the CFAO mobility at airport, or you can register. It's not kafal. You can register at
Kafra.
www.shecanic.org, or you can call 02644251189, 02644251189, or 05997999111. That's an easier one. 05997999111. So far, thank you so much for coming, and
I'll bring the Cullinan.
oh,
Amen.
it will come.
the black edition, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Eh,
Black badge.
Black
it will
badge.
come
You know it.
for the person who
Yes.
doesn't also visit the mechanic.
Because kind of has to break down.
Yes.
We are working now, but it's
Yes,
well.
it is well. Ifa, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
coming.
me.
And
Thank you.
guys, it's been a conversation with Nana Afua Adusei, again popularly known as Shecanic, because you will say that we don't know the first name that we mentioned. And I've been seated here with my people. Cyril, what's up?
Yeah, just a gentle reminder: we don't want socks and handkerchief.
On Sunday.
So you want tires and oils
Yeah,
and
yeah.
What do you want? So
Let-
say what you want.
We want you to know what we want. You see what it's like?
Okay, no problem.
What to eat? I don't know.
Maybe you can give them food. They don't want socks and tires and
The real gift is knowing what we want.
who you want.
Yes.
Right. Okay. No singlets, guys.
I agree.
All right,
Exactly.
guys. My name is Lenny Lomote. I've been seated.
Did you hear my
with
message?
Cyril. I heard. With Cyril, Jason LA, and also Jay Foley. And you can catch the full conversation on our YouTube, okay? 3 Music Networks. And we'll catch you tomorrow when the clock strikes 7. Enjoy a good day.
Bye bye.